He's here, the thunder from down under. It is GOJO, the Milkshake Man. You have genuinely been buzzing all over Europe already in a week. What has it been like? Because you're popping up everywhere, having a blast, discovering cities. What's it been like?
It's been insane. Yeah, I feel like it's like get on a plane, get off a plane, talk to people, say hello, and it's just been like, rehearse. There's been so much going on.
But you bring such a positive energy to everything that you do. Where does that stem from? Is that something from your childhood, the way you were raised? Where does that positive energy come from?
Definitely the way I was raised. My parents, like my mother and father, I look up to them more than anyone else. And the one thing they've always encouraged is just like, be free, but be happy. And that's like I think it's a very empowering thing that I take with me everywhere. Thanks to Mum and Dad. I love you, Mum and Dad.
Oh, this is so sweet. Now, we have to talk about your song, because not only is it an uplifting song that can be interpreted in so many ways, but there is something intensely filthy in that song, and it's not the lyrics, it's that damn synthesizer break near the end. Oh. That is the filthiest thing I've heard in Eurovision this year.
That was a last-minute decision, that one, too. And
really?
The Yum Yum chant went for longer, and we were like, oh, but we want to have like an impact, and we want the impact to be like, you've just had the sweet Yum Yum moment, and then it just hits, and you're like in the thick of it.
That is just, that really just puts everything that van you're in there into an overdrive as well.
Yeah, I love that.
What feeling does this song give you when you perform it? Because you've done the pre-parties in Australia, you went to go and visit the OJEs there.
Yeah.
What's that been like, finally getting an audience? Because that's basically the last ingredient to a good performance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the song, the whole reason I wrote the song is for like confidence and self-expression, and I've never performed a song where I felt more confident and like where I can just express myself to who I really want to be and who I am. And that song really brings it out of me.
Nice. And speaking of expressing yourself, I think you are part of the gentlemen this year that all have unique styles, but it's down to a T. What is the GOJO style? What are the key ingredients to a GOJO look?
It's definitely like a vintage sailor, but more colorful. Like a vintage sailor goes ice cream shop.
I love that.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a pretty good representation. Yeah.
Speaking of ice creams and milkshakes, many different flavors. Is there one that's like, no?
Spearmint. Oh, no. Okay, no, Spearmint's my favorite. Okay.
Is there one where you're like, love that, but not for me? Others who can enjoy that, but that's not my taste buds don't enjoy that.
Well, I don't even understand. I can't comprehend this, but someone else, like probably about 5 minutes before this interview, was telling me about an oyster milkshake. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Disgusting.
I love oysters, but I don't see that working with textures and everything. Oh, well.
I don't see it working either.
To each their own. Of course, we are gearing up for Basel. Is that the biggest stage you've ever been on? Or have you done stages of that size before?
No, I've done bigger. Because what's the capacity? It's like
10,000?
Yeah, no, I've done 26,000.
Oh, so does that help? Like, does that help knowing that
definitely.
you...
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I can imagine it can be, like, very overwhelming when you do that.
I feel like also every show helps. It's like, playing to a show of 20 people to playing to a show of 26,000. It all adds up into the bank of, like, just getting used to what we do and used to nerves and, speaking in front of people and stuff like that. You get used to it eventually.
Nice. And of
course,
course,
it's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
The more you do it, the more comfortable you get.
Well, we're Dutch, so we've been basically raised on bikes.
That's why I use the metaphor.
Exactly. And I'm wondering, tonight is like a great night at a pre-party to be free. You don't have to think about that staging or a camera, stuff like that. What can we expect tonight? What's the energy tonight? Crowd surfing, maybe a little, like I feel like you could be...
Crowd surfing? I didn't even think about that. Maybe. If you see me crowd surfing tonight, it was because of this gentleman.
We'll help. We're standing all the way in the back, so we'll be the ones carrying you back.
Oh, okay. So now I've got a goal that I have to reach to the back.
Yeah, you have to reach us to in the way in the back. GOJO, my final question for you is, I am building the United by Music playlist this year, which means all the artists here get to add one song they absolutely love. It can be an album track. It can be...
Does it have to be a Eurovision song?
No.
Okay.
Anything in the world. What is like your one song where you're like, that is just amazing? It could be an album track. It can be anything. What's that song for you?
I would say... Little One by Surely Shirley.
Don't know that one. Gonna find it. Gonna add it to the playlist.
It's an Australian song. It's one of my all-time favorites.
Right,
actually, no. Do Au Fait by Surely Shirley.
It's on the playlist right now. GOJO, we cannot wait to see you bring that energy, that joy. Our listeners are truly loving your song. It's been one of our favorites.
Thank you.
So I think we're going to have a good time in Basel. And are we opening up a milkshake shop in Basel?
Well, yeah, we are doing a pop-up.
We can pull in some shifts.
We're doing a pop-up, but I'm not sure where yet, but a pop-up is happening. And it could be happening anywhere, but not sure yet.
If you need part-time people, we'll be there for 2 weeks. We can do a shift so you can relax and take
That'd be
your time
good.
in.
I would love that.
Marco, we've just been hired. We're going to be in the milkshake shop. We're going to make it happen. GOJO, thanks so much. Have a great time, and we'll see you in Basel.
Thank you. I can't wait.
You're welcome.
Thank you.